Tonight, Maine is about to be the new home to 50 refugees from Africa, but these newcomers are white.
They are part of the only 7,500 refugees the Trump administration is allowing into the country. This after the president signed an executive order suspending entry for all other refugees.
He says the white South Africans known as Afrikaners are being victimized, even killed in their own country. But according to the United Nations, there is no evidence that any widespread systematic terrorizing of Afrikaners is actually going on.
Now, as News Center Maine's Sam Olson is reporting, the state's refugee programs are not only dealing with that huge drop in the number of people coming here, but also with a kind of refugee they have not dealt with before.
I have a document here if you need it.
Inza Watara is the state refugee coordinator through the Catholic Charities Maine. That means he administers the federal government's refugee program.
And I came here as a refugee almost 20 years ago.
Okay.
And before coming here, I was working at a refugee camp too.
Watara is from the Ivory Coast, a country in West Africa, and says he still is in the field because he likes to help others in the same way others helped him. But that's come with change throughout the years.
The hard part of it is we are in some uncertainty because the current administration is changing a lot of things, and we have no clear direction of where we want to go.
He says the refugee resettlement field ebbs and flows depending on new administrations in the White House. He says last year, Maine was prepared to serve 950 new refugees, and the resettlement program brought about 500 of them, which is a drastic change from this year's 50.
As a state refugee coordinator, you just have to strike the balance with all the government that come and all the refugee resettlement policy that are put on the table.
The Maine Immigrants' Rights Coalition says this refugee admissions program is a dramatic change from what it had been.
This isn't, your typical refugee admissions program. It's something entirely different.
The organization's advocacy and policy manager, Ruben Torres, says these changes aren't going to benefit refugee communities, especially the South African refugees set to come. He says it's a concern that there is not already an established community of South African immigrants already here that share a cultural background.
They are what is kind of considered in the resettlement world as like free cases, where folks are being resettled to areas where there isn't previously existing communities. So we're really worried about how we can make sure that they feel supported and integrated into the state when there's not a large community for them to work with. So we're working with partners to make sure that they have as much support as we can offer them.
Support as they make their new home here. In Portland, Sam Olson, News Center, Maine.
The executive director of Maine Immigrant and Refugee Services tells us they are expecting that first South African arrivals next week.